allow me to tell you a story of days long past. By days long past, I mean several years ago. Back then, I was just bumbling around in the forums of Fire Emblem Sanctuary of Strategy, and I was in this particular chat dedicated to its RP. A couple of people introduced me to talking about this particular game. I was like, huh, sounds interesting. And I saw bits of it, and I was like, whoa, this game looks really freaking confusing. Especially since I saw screens of it in Japanese, and I didn't know any better. Then I heard it was from the same people that did Riviera: The Promised Land. And boy howdy, I hate that fucking game. So I was like, fuck. When this game came out in English though, and then other people started playing it and it started kicking ass with it, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to play this. I mean, it looks cool, but Riviera was like, oh my god. Ate at my soul because of how bad it was to me. But then, the person that introduced me to it is like, it's not like Riviera at all. It doesn't even look the same. Only traces of it come through the art style. Even then, it's a bit of extravagance. So I decided, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And then, magic happened. As soon as I played this, I was like, wow, this is really fucking intense. This game is really awesome. It puts your mind to work. It is a hard-as-balls strategy game, but man, it is so rewarding once you get through it. Not to mention, I dug the art style a hell of a lot. There's a lot to love about this game, and equally a lot to hate about it too, I suppose. But I just love this game to pieces. This is definitely one of my favorite strategy games. And now I get to share it with you. Well, this particular version anyway. Which I've been longing to do ever since I heard it existed. So when I finally got myself a PSP, I decided I had to get this game immediately. And I did. I got this game first thing when I got, as well, aside from Valkyria Chronicles 2. This was the other game that I had to buy when I bought a PSP. This was seriously the game I had to buy. And now I get to share it with all of you. Atlus. Created by Sting. Cryware. Princess Yggdra bore the Grand Centurio and fought to recapture Castle Paltina. We'll never fight alone. Hey guys, Mage Knight 404 here, welcome you to Let's Play Yggdra Union. We'll never fight alone. Ah, this game makes me happy inside. Alright guys, we're playing the PSP version of this game. It's also on the GBA, but good luck playing that game, because that game is harder. A lot harder than this one. Right now we have new game, load data, continue, options, and extra contents. Let's just jump right into the meat of it and start a new game. You get to choose a difficulty setting, but only after you beat the game once. And only on the PSP version. Normal is the basic game. Hard is almost like normal, except you don't get any morale recovery in between battles or leveling up. We'll play normal. The kingdom of Fantasinia, located in the center of the continental world. Times of peace and prosperity continued for many years under the Holy Sword and the Wise King, but this was not meant to last forever. The end came so suddenly.
During the rule of Ordine, 31st monarch of Fantasinia, the new Bronquian Empire invaded. The royal army mustered its cavalry to resist the incursion, but with loss after loss to the Imperial Army's devastating offensive, the fortress of Corona fell. Nothing could stop Bronquia from sacking the royal capital of Paltina. Gulcasa, the Emperor of Carnage had deposed his predecessor by force and became the new Emperor of Bronquia. Emperor Gulcasa led his elite troops personally into Castle Paltina, where after an earth-shaking battle, he slew King Ordine.
Sounds like a douche.
With that, Paltina fell, and the Scarlet Imperial flag was raised to flutter in the twilight sky.
Did I mention that I love how this game is written? It is very well written. Yggdra Union, Chapter 1, The Fugitive Bearing Hope. So, let's start this, eh?
At the southernmost tip of the continent is the land of Norn Valley. Although this barren land of rocky mountains and red earth is Fantasinia Kingdom territory, it has become a haunt for thieves. Through this wasteland runs a girl, kicking up a cloud of dust as she flees.
Oh boy. Welcome to Battlefield 1, Thieves' Stronghold. Let's dive right in.
A dead end?
She can't have gone far. Keep your eyes peeled.
Uh-oh. Sounds like trouble.
What now? If I don't do something, I'll be caught. Oh, that's...
A hideout, probably.
Perhaps I could hide here.
You sure that's a good idea? Uh-oh.
Didn't I see her run this way?
What's wrong?
Forgive me, ma'am. We lost her trail around here.
Are there any likely hiding places nearby? She might have ducked into that old fortress there.
Uh-oh.
All right, torch the place. We'll smoke her out.
Yes, ma'am.
That doesn't sound good at all. Blaze! The fire is lit. Oh boy.
It's a question of what's less painful. Fire or my sword?
Do you use a fire sword? Because then you'd have the best of both worlds, lady.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Spike Spencer? Is that you?
Huh? Who are you?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask about you.
Oh hell yeah! Awesomeness arrived!
It's the thieves that infest this dump.
Are they allied with the scum who attacked us?
You've got some nerve burning down our home. We'll show you what we do to anyone who messes with us.
Oh yeah! Kick-ass time! Alright, today we're first battlefield. We have to win to defeat all enemies. We lose if Milanor dies, or use up all of our cards. More on those later. So this is Yggdra Union, and it is full of manliness. I love this game! And we'll talk more about it when this fight getting started. Here's the character select screen. You get to choose your units. To your left you have items, and then you can equip them. And to your right is how to recover more with your items, if you choose not to equip them. By pressing triangle you can check your character's status in a variety of stats. Sorry about that. We have cards. You have to select cards, and well, you'll see what these are all about later. For now, just select all the cards in your disposal, and then get cracking.
What can a bunch of petty thieves do?
You'll eat those words.
Indeed. Tutorial corner. Go. Alright, let's get him. Attaboy, that's the spirit. But don't be too hasty. You need to pick a card first. Card. Tactics card. The cards are crucial in battle, guys. I'll go over this again, so listen up. This is what the cards are for. Everything we can do in one turn is written on the card. Oh, really? Like what? Well, do you see move? That determines your movement. So, steel would have 12. You mean the number written next to move? You can only move as many steps per turn as the move. Oh, then I'll pick this 12 card and go 12 steps ahead. Wrong! Will you just listen for 1 minute? Oh? Movement isn't just yours. It belongs to everyone. Very important! If you use all 12 steps, no one else can move an inch. Oh, my bad. I didn't even hog the card all to myself. You can use all your movement on one guy if you want, but going in solo is just cruising for a bruising. Boss, what's this number next to POW? Oh, that's power. The bigger the number, the more damage dealt to the enemy. I get it. Where'd you learn all this, boss? What do you mean? Everyone should know this stuff. Well, then what's this icon? It looks just like my weapon. That's the ace type. You making this up? No, it's the condition for a unit to become the ace. Use axes, so pick a card with an axe and you'll be that turn's ace. Being an ace means you're allowed to use the special skill tied to a card. Seriously? Awesome! So what's an ace? You can do various things besides that, but I don't know if you numbskulls can understand it all. Basically dodging questions, so you can't use it right now, so... One more question. Alright, last one. What now? The guys will tell me what a skill is. Is it... you know? What are you talking about? It's a special move. Oh, I knew it. That's so cool. Right. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that stuff is above your guys' level for now. Ha! Aw, man. Ah, buck up. You'll be able to use them someday. Anyways, pick a card and let's get to it. Here we go. Alright, to start a turn, you just simply pick a card and mosey. Hey, I know you want to get started right away, but let's review movement just to be on the safe side. And it wouldn't hurt to do so because there is a lot to take in this game. A lot. And I hope I won't go over your heads with this. Seriously, guys, if you have questions, feel free to drop a line and I'll be happy to answer them. Because this game can get a little nuts with how many things involved in it. You mean how to move your units on the field map? Use the directional buttons to move the cursor to a unit. Then press the X button to display the movement range. You mean those white squares? Yep, you can move anywhere within those panels. Okay, lead the way, boss. Press the directional buttons to move in that direction. To confirm your move, press the X button. Wait, don't tell me. The circle button cancels, right? Right, and of course only one panel takes one movement. That's the number at the bottom of the card? Mm-hmm. That's right, that indicates your remaining movement. Once it hits 0, no one can move anymore for that turn. Don't worry, boss, I'll remember. Alright, then let's go. Alright, now we actually start the game. Now I said I played the PSP version of this game. The differences between the GBA version and the PSP version is that there are a couple of new cards, a couple of new characters, lots of voice acting, very good voice acting by the way, and a bunch of mechanic tweaks that make this game a lot more balanced. Because one of my main problems with the GBA version of Yggdra Union is that it is so unbalanced it hurts. So with all the mechanic tweaks that this version has, it's still hard, but the good kind of hard, not the unbalanced kind of hard the GBA version has. Especially this game's hard mode. This game's hard mode is the good kind of fun. Because there are pretty much 3 difficulty settings to choose from. This game's normal mode, this game's hard mode, and the GBA version, which is even harder. More or less. Because of all the mechanic tweaks. Hard mode in this game and the GBA version is basically the same thing, but the mechanic differences are just so numerous, it's insane. And let's go over the statistics. Here we have Milanor. He's the main character. He's one of the two main characters of this game. And he is full of McJesus. He's a straight thief, and he's pretty damn awesome. He has very respectable stats all around, and he uses axes, and he's made of awesome. Did I mention that I love Milanor? Here we have several stats for you to take in. Normally, we'll just want to go over 6 of them. Morale, Gen, Attack, Tech, Luck, and Rep. Morale is basically a unit's health. Once it hits 0, the unit goes bye-bye. But it's not necessarily health directly. You'll see more of it once we get into a fight, and you'll know what I'm talking about then. Gen is a basic stat for defending against clashes and counters when the clash starts. Gen is also used as the equalizer for calculating morale damage if you lose a clash, as well as protecting against card skills. Having high Gen means you take less morale damage if you lose a fight, and you're better off protected against card skills. Attack is pretty obvious, though not as obvious as it is in other games. Attack is more like the health of a unit during a clash. The higher it is, the longer you last in a fight. Tech is mostly the opposite of Gen, is that Tech offers your basic attack power for your special skills, your card skills, and is serving as the attacking function for when you initiate a charge or counter. Luck affects critical hits and also affects item drops. The person who kills another person, and if that person has an item, if your luck is equal to or higher than that person's luck, they'll drop the item. And Rep is reputation. Every time you win a fight, you gain 1 rep point, and you can get a maximum of 6. You lose all of your rep points if you lose a fight, though. Units also come packing with skills like Void Stone, Wasteland, and stuff like that. They can have up to 4 regular skills and 1 item skill. Milanor, for example, avoids the stone status, so he cannot be petrified, and he's good on the Wasteland terrain. His weapon, the Silver Moon, allows him to have no battle penalty, but we'll talk more about that when the time comes. Milanor is awesome. I love this guy. He is so laid back. It just basically makes me think, man, this guy is just full of awesome. I kind of picture him like Zidane from Final Fantasy IX, except without the womanizing traits. Trust me, guys, you're gonna love Milanor. Alright, let's move the flunky first. Boss, the enemy's nearby! Time for a few pointers on battle, then. First, select the leader you want to lead the attack. You do that by moving the cursor onto it. Can it be anyone? Sure, as long as they're standing next to the enemy. Oh, okay, maybe I better take notes. Leave my pen. Anyway, after you highlight a unit, press the square button. The screen will switch to attack mode. How do we decide who to fight? You pick your opponent with the directional buttons. When I highlight one, the enemy's listed by name. That's the battle order. That shows the order of the listed units that will fight in. How about those icons next to the names, like circle and triangle? Good question. That's the prediction mark. Location, the unit's abilities, weapon affinities, those will factor into prediction mark rating. With info like this, we can't lose. Am I right, guys? No. It's only prediction. Don't rely too heavily on it. Yeah, there are a lot of things that can turn the tide of a prediction in a fight, so only use it as a guideline, but don't take it to heart. Sure. If you think you've got a good chance, press the X button. That'll give you one last confirmation screen. Press the X button there, and it's time for battle. But we can still use the circle button to cancel. I'm actually gonna have Milanor fight, since he is the main character and shit. Alright, now pay very close attention to what happens here. because I will only pretty much explain this once. Conditions for winning. When the number of members on either side reaches 0, the battle ends. This is pretty much how Yggdra Union works. You fight until one side can fight no longer by dropping the units down to 0. It's basically like Advanced Wars mixed with Fire Emblem, and not like Valkyria Chronicles. The remaining side is victorious.
Alright, here we go.
That is a charge! The attacking team will start with initial charge. You lead off a charge and it runs off your tech stat. The defender will use their gen stat to try to lessen the damage. That is a counterattack. The defending unit will then counterattack. After that, hand-to-hand combat will begin. The same thing. It's basically the same as a charge. The opponent side uses their tech, and you use your gen to block the damage. And now you fight. Battle affinity. Damage dealt is determined by affinity. There are 9 levels. Those at the bottom right there, between the faces of the characters fighting. From advantageous to disadvantageous. The best rating is from red star, yellow circle, green dash, blue triangle, gray X. Red star is the best, gray X is the worst. This is pretty much your basic overall attack power, stats and stuff put into play. The higher this is, the more likely you're going to win the fight. Use this as a general guide to see how well you're going to do in a fight. Even if your affinity is good, other factors can still put you at a disadvantage. Controlling combat. You can't control combat direct in this game, but later in the game, you'll be able to change tactics and use skill cards, so they can help augment the tide of the fight even a little better or worse. So this is basically Yggdra Union in a nutshell. Go in, fight enemies, knock them down to 0, and then emerge victorious.
Get lost.
Serves you right. When you win a fight, this happens. Results. The losing unit's morale will decrease based on the result of battle. Morale! Unit's morale will decrease when they lose a battle. Like I said, it's basically your HP. Unit will disappear from the map if it reaches 0. Be careful, because the loss of certain characters may end your game. Increasing card power. A card's power will increase in accordance to the morale damage inflicted on the enemy. By increasing a card's power, you can deal greater morale damage to the enemy. So basically beat enemies to make your card stronger, so you can more effectively beat enemies. After a fight, you win experience. I hope you guys took that in. Ooh, we won, boss! Was there any doubt? We never lose to those weaklings. Still, we're on a roll. Come on, let's keep the streak going. Well, you can't. You can only battle once per turn. Sucks, yeah. Aw, we just gotta sit out our hands? Oh no, you can still move if you got movement left. It's just the leader that did the battle. It's just the unit that did battle who can't. Oh, so that's why the lead attacker's unit is gray. Yeah. Once you're done with everything, press the L button and select end turn. Hey, another confirmation screen. That's the one. Press the X button to end the turn. So yeah, I hope that didn't fly over your head. Okay, you notice there's a lot of stuff that happened over during when a character's morale went to 0. I'll talk more about that next fight. Now, here's a pro tip for you guys. Whenever you're in a map, check every corner, because you never know what you might find. Boss, you found something! Discovery! What's this? A hairband. What's this for? It's probably that girl's. Now, I'm not that good at Yggdra Union, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a lot about I don't know all that there is to know about the game, especially when it comes to item acquisition. I am bad at this game's item acquisition. But I do my best. At least I'll try to. And when you press the L button, you bring up the main menu. Here you can have another set of options to go by, so we'll list them off really fast. View map shows off the map, locations, geography, units, and their formations. Formations will become apparent at start chapter 3. or Battle 3. Battlefield 3. Here with the unit list, which shows you all of your units and all of their units, as well as your card and their card. Card list being used. All the cards that you've picked and the cards that you're using and have been used. Weapon types. Geography, which shows who's good in one terrain that's available on this map. Special objects that are found in the map, you'll have to take note about. Reviewing the conditions of victory or defeat. Looking back at the tutorial. Spending your game and ending your turn. You can also see your total rep for between all of your characters. Reputation is very important because it determines a lot of things certain events that happen throughout the game. Now you notice battle goes pretty slow in that last fight.
Alright, here we go!
So PSP owners have the privilege of speeding up the fight by pressing R, so they can enter high status, which makes fights go by much faster. I will be using that to my utmost advantage. Alright, when you win a fight, or lose a fight, the card's power, how you inflict morale damage is basically you take your card's power, and there are several types of affinities that go through it. Unit difference is basically your attack versus their gen, and it subtracts the difference between the two. Units remaining shows how many units are left in your side before winning the clash. Special abilities like if you activate Steel or something that adds to your bonus, and Geo Defense, which can add or subtract to from the card power, when involving the opponent's Geo Defense, and they pretty much all go through your base card power. So if you only deal 60% morale damage total, and you had like a 1,000 power card, you'd only deal 600 morale damage. Come on, I'll show you a real fight. Such impertinence! Now we gotta fight our first boss, Mystery Lady over here. She's a Valkyrie and she's kinda tough, but we can take her because we're fucking Milanor, baby!
Alright, here we go!
There's high status and there's hyper status, which you get if you beat the game, which makes the fights go really fucking fast. Boss characters give off more points to your cards if you win the fight, so that's something to keep in mind. Still think we're just a bunch of petty thieves? He's good. You got your damn money, we're good. So yeah, I'll be using the speed up function. Cause really, fights go slowly. You lose! Fended off the enemy! Milanor achieved his revenge.
What do you think of that, huh?
Kicked your ass!
They're stronger than we thought. Accursed thief!
Pull back.
Withdraw the troops! We're pulling out!
See ya! Milanor wins. After each fight, you are rewarded with an MVP. Is the person who inflicted the most morale damage. That person gets +1 or +2 to a random stat. You only get +2 if you clear the map fast enough. So if you want to really raise their stats of a certain character, have them fight a lot and try to win in a timely fashion. Then you can really bolster the stats of a certain character. MVP bonuses are extremely handy and very nice to strategize around with, in case you want to boosts a particular character's stats. And after a fight, you may win a new card. Here we get Revolution. Revolution is a pretty awesome card. But we'll talk more about how it operates later. Alright, let's count our losses.
Everyone's still standing. Come and gather around. They knew what they were doing. We lost a few men. Hmm? Hey, you in there.
You okay?
I know you're hiding in there. It's safe to come out now. You're a pretty one. What are you doing here?
Isn't she a survivor from Castle Paltina?
What? So, those guys were from Bronquia's army?
Please, I have nowhere else to turn. I need your help to defeat the Empire.
Whoa.
Our help, eh? Well, it won't come cheap. I'll think about it if you give me that sword of yours.
Ooh.
This sword is precious to me. I'll not part with it,
Okay.
but I can give you anything else. Name your price.
Ooh.
Anything? Oh, that's a lot to offer.
Yeah. What gives?
I am Princess Yggdra of Fantasinia.
Ooh, Princess Yggdra.
If you aid me, you have my word as royalty.
Well, being a princess means she's got access to a hell of a lot of shit. What do, Milanor?
All right. How about your castle? We need a new base, you see.
Whoa.
Very well.
She's like, oh, you want the castle? Fine. I just want to beat the enemy.
Although right now it's being occupied by the Empire.
So we're gonna have to win it back, basically.
We'll just have to steal it back from them, won't we?
Subtle.
I couldn't stay here even if the fort was still standing.
We've already picked a fight with the Empire after all.
Then, begging your pardon, Mr.
Milanor's the name. You've got a deal, Princess.
Thank you.
Let's move out, everyone. Is that sword all you've got to defend yourself?
Yeah.
You don't have anything else?
Well, I have these.
Hey, cards! These'll help.
This is the 1st Cavalry's. The other is from the 2nd Cavalry. They're from the knights who gave their lives for me.
Damn.
Then we'll make use of these against Bronquia. It'll put their souls to rest.
Yes, I believe so too. I hear these cards hold an ancient power within them. I must borrow those powers now.
Right.
Only with them can I make all of our wishes a reality.
Sounds like a plan.
That's right.
Acquisition. Help us a ride. We get the Banish card and the Sanctuary card. We get to save our game. That first one is over with. Saving here. And now we get to move on to the next map. And then we'll do this map, and I think we'll call it for a first recording of Yggdra Union.